Welcome back to the OpenUK Mini-Moo lessons. This is lesson 10 and it's called Idea Glove. You can start and stop this video at each step if you need more time to keep up with the lesson. Ronan read in the OpenUK e-zine about this amazing competition that teams can enter using the Mini-Moo glove. For the competition, teams need to come up with an idea using the Mini-Moo glove, build a prototype, and give a short presentation about it to a panel of judges. There are real prizes to be won. Now that's interesting. Ronan would like to create a team and enter this competition. He needs one more person to help him, and he's hoping you'll join. He's certain it's possible to come up with a fab idea using all the coding skills we've been learning these last few weeks. There's a fantastic poster that will help his team to come up with ideas and turn them into an idea for a new glove prototype. Are you up for the challenge? Do you want to join the team? In today's lesson, you will work through the steps in the poster to come up with ideas for a project. By doing this, you will learn how to look at a project brief and decide how to approach it. Build a team by assigning team roles to everyone. Use an ideation process to generate lots of ideas quickly. Evaluate your ideas and sort them into order. Select the best idea to take forward to the next stage. You will need your assembled Mini-Moo glove. What colour is yours? Some are orange and some are blue. An on-screen or printed version of our ideation poster. Pens, paper and some post-it notes, or cut-up paper. Don't forget to have a list of your existing projects from the course to hand. They will be really useful to inspire and guide the idea generation process. OK team, so here is the poster. Ta-da! I'm a total expert with the screen controls now. Woohoo! I'll be flying around this poster and zooming into parts other voiceovers cannot reach as we follow the process. A process is just a series of steps that we follow to make something happen. This poster will help us find our way, a bit like following a map. Let's start here. The brief is to come up with an idea and develop a prototype using the Mini-Moo glove. It must be a creative idea using your gloves. Ronan wants to work with a team to come up with the best idea. Diversity gives us better ideas. Everyone in the team will have a different role to help stop arguments. Let's decide roles in a fair way by drawing each role out of a hat. The 4 roles are timekeeper. It's this person's job to keep an eye on the time and warn others when we're running out of time. OK, Mr. Illustrator, that's you. Wordsmith. We'll use a big list of words on our poster to drive the idea process, and that person will shout out words. OK, Ronan, that's your role. Project manager. This person makes sure that everyone sticks to the brief that we described earlier. That's me. Scribe. This person will write down the ideas on the poster or on post-it notes. Last one out of this red hat, and that's you. Right, let's have a wee look around the rest of the poster. Ronan has made this big list of words looking through all the previous lessons we've studied together because he's the wordsmith. He hopes it will trigger the team's imaginations. The words can go into this box here on the left, or we can use post-it notes. If you don't have post-it notes, cut up some paper and sort them on the floor. The idea glove is in the middle of the picture. Words from the list go on the left. You'll mix them together. Next, the things we've learnt about the Mini-Moo glove. Can you make a list? Then 4 general category names. And lastly, we have things that might give us inspiration, like things we might have seen on TV, in books or online. Over on the right is the idea bank we can use post-it notes to write ideas on as well. We'll try to roughly sort ideas into categories as we think of them. The general category names are music, well-being, communications, games. Of course, for any ideas that don't fit into these categories, you can add another of your own and put them there. Why don't you make a start using the poster and give yourself about 5 minutes to come up with some ideas, and the scribe writes them down on post-it notes. I'll leave Ronan's word list on the screen for a while, and you can use it to help you out. Great work! Let's have a look at some of these post-it notes. Ooh, Those look like great ideas. We haven't quite finished yet, though. Let's step over to the next step of the process, which is on the second half of this poster. In this next step, we need to select the best idea. These are all fab ideas. I wonder how we should select it. Why don't we evaluate the ideas and give them a score? Look, the poster has 4 suggested criteria you could evaluate each idea against. 1. Solves a problem for a user. 2. The user will get it. 3. It's a new idea. 4. We have the skills to do it. We always need to think of who's going to use the product, your glove idea. And by get it, we mean they need to understand what it does without us having to spend ages explaining it to them. That sounds good. If the team is creative, and maybe it can win the competition. Oh, and we really need to have the skills to be able to build it. But I know what your next question will be. How do we score ideas? Aha! Look over here on the poster. There's a scoring system for ideas. Only 1 point if it doesn't meet the criteria. So if we think we don't have the skills to make it work, we give it 1 point for criteria D. 2 points if it probably meets the criteria, so we're not sure, but it probably does. 3 points if it does meet the criteria, and 4 points is a definite yes. We can write the letters A, B, C, D at the bottom of the post-it notes and assign scores 1 to 4 against each of the 4 letters. If you do this with someone else, you can agree on a score, but you might have to take an average or vote. The criteria has quite an impact on choosing the final idea, so you'll need to remember it and stick to it. OK, off you go. Get those scores allocated. Great. So the last step is to add up the scores for each idea and then sort them into order. The highest score goes at the top. Let's do that for your sample ideas. Let's shuffle this one over here and that one over there. That one goes up a bit. Done. What's your highest score? Why don't you work on that for the competition? Ronan had an idea of a compass piano, which got the highest score for his team's ideas. That one was inspired by something that Ronan saw a few years ago at a concert he went to. A little lady performed on stage with a software glove, moving her arm left and right in an arc to make the glove notes change. That sounds like a fun project. I wonder how hard it is. Just looking up the Microbit website now. Yes, the Microbit has a compass we could use. That might just work. Perhaps you could build a little prototype and try your idea out first to see if it works. If it's too hard, you can always choose the next highest scoring idea on the list. What happens if you don't get enough ideas? Well, just like the loops in our programs, the poster and planning can be used in a loop. So you could go round again and choose some more ideas and keep doing this until you get enough. If you still need more ideas, maybe go away and watch TV, listen to music, talk to friends, and come back and try again. Sometimes we have to observe the world around us to get inspiration for ideas. Ronan's off to build his compass piano idea for the competition. What was that noise? Oh, look, Ronan has an email from the e-zine editors. Let's see what it says. Ooh, this is interesting. They have replied to an email he sent them. Let me put the message on the screen for you to read. Not only did they like and publish the programme, Ronan's team did for the Compass Piano Glove, but another coding group led by someone called Reese has some improvements to suggest and share with Ronan. Reese says that he put all the code into functions to make a little library and added a feature that selects real musical notes rather than just a pitch. So it is possible to play real music with this. Wow, Reese reused and improved Ronan's code. That really is collaboration through open source in action. Here's the .hex file. Let me just drag and drop that into the MakeCode editor, and let's look at it together. This is a pretty compact program. Let's look around it a bit. Calibrate has all the constants in it. I recognise the sense and sound functions from the original program, and this new function, getFreq. Oh wow, that looks clever. It's got some JavaScript inside it. We'll look at that another day perhaps. But I like the way Reese has hidden all the details inside little functions. It means we could use the functions to build many other programs. Well, that was unexpected but exciting, wasn't it? Let's just finish by thinking about the program that Reese sent us, as this really is showing how open source works. Ronan's team chose an idea and wrote a program that did something useful. They packaged it with a copyright notice and a license, which gave permission for others to use, modify, and share it. They published the source code in a public place, the school e-zine. Someone else then used it and liked it so much that they added some new features to it and sent it back to us. They could do that because Ronan's license gave them permission. Ronan now has the modified source code of the program from Reese, and Ronan could use the functions in new ways, perhaps using the light sensor instead of the tilt sensor they used, and publish it again. This circular movement of source code between different coding teams in different places who have never met is just how open source works. Each time another improvement is added and shared, this program gets better and better. I'll leave the .hex file that came back from Reese with you to experiment with. Why don't you see what new features you could add to it, and make sure you publish it again when it's finished. But do add your copyright notice on the code you added, so people know it's yours and attribute you. I notice a share button in MakeCode at the top of the screen. Perhaps that would be a way you could publish your code for others to use. Oh no, that's the end of the course. Well done for studying all these lessons and getting all that code working on your Minimoo glove. I hope you enjoyed learning all about Microbit, Minimoo, MakeCode, wearable tech, music, and other exciting things. You are now experts in open source, which is great. I wonder what you'll invent next. I can't wait to see what great ideas you come up with. Bye for now. Okay, Mr. Illustrator. That's a wrap. I need a cup of tea. Now, where's my mug? Ronan, have you hidden my mug again?